Man, I give mad
Mhm.
props to like wedding DJs because that is it's a very intricate sort of like space of DJing to be in that a lot of
Yeah.
people don't understand.
You
There's
need
some like
patience.
super duper wedding DJs.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
I think that if you want to be a wedding DJ, you need to practice speaking on the microphone
Yeah.
or just hire somebody to do the microphone stuff for you because
Yeah.
that matters a lot.
hmm
You cannot go through that and not talk once. It's
If
not
you
going to work.
can't if you can't put like sentences together.
Yeah, you got to be clear and
Right.
concise. If you're giving directions for who's going to take home the vase on the table, you need to be clear and concise.
Imagine
And so
like,
everyone understands you.
you're up there like you can't even speak English well, you're like broken
Oh,
English
yeah.
and you have to
Yeah,
be able
yeah.
to speak clearly and make sure that you're not on the microphone mumbling. Right?
Yeah, see,
It's
or
like
like
that could be
I do
crazy.
weddings for different cultures, and that's another challenge too, because sometimes people can't speak the English or the language.
Mm.
They can't speak it well, or they kind of understand you, but not really. So you got to point to things. Like it's a whole other thing of you got to deal with a level of patience. But yeah, it's I like some of this stuff because the challenge because I find doing just basic DJing is boring sometimes.
Yeah.
I know people are like, "Oh, you can't say that." Like, but sometimes
Like,
it's
yes, I
boring to
can.
me. If you're just gonna play, okay, I'm gonna play these top 40 songs in this order, and you know the
Yeah,
night's
see,
over. It gets boring sometimes.
that's where that's why that's the other thing. You had like and so
Mhm.
like you have like a wedding DJ crate, right? You know that
Yeah,
these are songs that people are going to want to hear at all
yeah,
weddings. I remember when the
mhm.
electric slide was out. Remember that song?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You
You
had to
guys do the
play that,
Cupid Shuffle now.
dude. You had to play that on at every wedding, at
Mhm.
every corporate party.
Yeah.
You just had to play it, and it was just like. Then it was
Now
always that old person who was trying to do the electric slide, but they were like, putting a bit
they
more
gotta put some
hips
soul
into it,
into it.
right? Just
'Cause
like
it
now she's
'cause now
shaking
it's
that booty.
yeah, now it's the cha-cha slide or the Cupid Shuffle or some of this other stuff.
you know,
What's the other thing? There's another shuffle song, I can't remember what it's called,
there's
that
so
you
many
have to
like
play,
dance songs. It's like,
yeah, 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 everyone's like, "Follow orders." Like, I hate those
right?
songs so much. But, like,
It's like
if I was to play them, that's
no.
I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. Let
Yeah,
me go get something from the bar, like
I'm like, oh my goodness, come on, dude.
that's the autopilot. Like, a lot of DJs use that as a get out of trouble card.
Mm.
Like, a party's going south and you don't know what to do in these different age groups, Cupid Shuffle or whatever.
Or the electric slide.
Yeah, yeah. They're like, "All
you
right,
know,
I'm gonna recalibrate and try and figure this thing out." Because
right?
for DJs, especially for people that you don't know, like if you do corporate stuff, it's the same people over and over for every party, so they know you and
Yeah,
you know them, and you kind of
right.
know what to do. But like if you're doing an event for like a wedding for people that you don't know, you need those get out of jail card songs
you know,
that save your bacon and kind of recalibrate because you have to understand what you're dealing with. Like I've
yeah.
done parties where uh their people are culturally they like like sea shanty songs. Like the old songs where they do a song like they get together like here's the tale of whatever like that kind of stuff.
Oh
It's
my
hard to
goodness.
explain, but if you've never seen it before, it's not going to make
Oh
sense to
my
you.
goodness.
So like what's the group? Like it's a group called I think Big Little C or something like that. And it's one of those songs where everybody gets together and sings a song and they dance together. Like it's a weird vibe, but like that's a get out of jail song,
Mm.
depending on the type of people you're around. But you need to know these things exist.
Right.
So if you're having some trouble trying to figure out what to play or whatever, you need to know that, oh, I can throw this song here. Oh, okay, well, I need to play Cha Cha Slide here, or I need to play YMCA here, or I need to play like,
Oh my goodness, not YMCA for real. Forget
yeah, you got
about
to
it.
figure these things out. Like it used to be like Gangnam Style or whatever. Like there's
Yeah.
these things when you play corporate or even weddings, there's these things that you have to pull all your pride aside, and you're like, okay, well,
True.
I know I'm a DJ and I can
can't do
scratch
that.
and do doubles, but I'm
No.
all right, everybody. I'm gonna do this for you guys. Like the Macarena, like there's things that you're
Yes,
gonna have
that
to
song, right? Exactly.
to cut your check and get this paid. You're gonna have to put all the pride aside and be like, all right, here we go. I understand what this is for.